Are you more sustainable than you think? Reading climate news can be depressing. I'm more than aware of my own eco-anxiety, and I wonder if you're the same. It's pretty doom and gloom. Floods, fires, droughts. You can feel at loss and feel like you're not actually doing anything to combat it. But feeling negative isn't going to help make a change. And so today we're going to talk about all the incredible things that you're already doing but don't realise. I bet that you put on a jumper rather than turning on the heating. That will help cut down on the biggest use of energy in your home, i.e. heating. Just by turning down 1 degree, you could save £250 a year. That's not a big thing to do, and I bet you already do it. And for an extra little top tip, put down rugs on cold carpets. That will help keep the warmth in and keep your feet nice and warm. I bet that you eat your leftovers. Food waste is one of the biggest ways that we waste anything. In fact, 1/3 of all food produced gets wasted globally, and the UK throws away 9.5 million tonnes of food every year, even though thousands are in food poverty. So just by you eating your leftovers, which I'm pretty certain that you will already do, you're helping to combat food waste and reduce your impact on the environment. It's such a simple way to cut down on all of your emissions by eating what's left over in your fridge and composting anything that's left over. I bet you turn the lights off when you're not in the room. I don't know about you, but my parents used to nag me all the time about turning lights off when leaving the room, and I have to say it has worked. I turn off the lights when I'm not in the room, and I bet that you do the same. While each bulb uses a minimal amount of energy, that adds up over time, and it can really make a difference to your energy bills. Not only that, but you can go that step further and also turn off any appliances that are on standby, like your TV. That energy that's being used is called vampire energy because it's sucking on the energy slowly, and that can add up to quite a lot. In fact, that vampire energy on average is about 10% of the energy used in one household. So while I bet you turn off the lights, go one step further and also turn off your TV. I bet that you recycle. Yes, recycling is not the answer to all of our problems. We should be reducing our consumption, but it is a good step in the right direction of keeping materials in circulation. There aren't too many recent reports on this, but in 2008 it was estimated that in the UK we recycled 37% of all household waste. That amount was totaled to 8.7 million tonnes of waste, and that alone saved almost the same amount of CO2 as 1 million return flights from London to Sydney. So that kind of demonstrates how recycling really can do good. While it's not the answer to all of our problems, the things that we do consume, we should be recycling. So if you are doing that, pat yourself on the back, because I bet that you were. So we have to keep recycling whilst also refilling and repurposing and doing all those other things with our packaging. I bet you take public transport when it's quicker. After living in Canada for 1.5 years, I can tell you honestly that I really miss public transport, and we have it so good in the UK. I realise now how lucky we are. Getting a train from Manchester to London takes 2.25 hours, while the drive takes at least 4, and that's with minimal traffic. So I bet you, if you live somewhere where public transport is available, if it's quicker, you will be taking the quicker transport. You might just think that you're saving time and avoiding traffic, but you're actually doing so much more than that. Travelling by train has so many less emissions than if you're going by car, especially if your car runs on petrol or diesel and if it's only you travelling. We need to all try and do our best and reduce the amount that we're travelling by ourselves in cars or by plane, and try and use public transport as much as possible. I bet that you hang your clothes out to dry. Not only does hanging your clothes out to dry save so much energy, but it also makes them smell great. There's nothing like freshly dried sheets. And did you know that the sun can actually act as a bleach? If you have stains on your clothes and you leave them out to dry in the sunshine, it actually lightens the stain. Dryers, on the other hand, use up a huge amount of energy. They amount to about 6% of each home's energy use. They also slowly damage your clothes. If you think about the lint tray that you have to open and empty, all of those particles are coming from your clothes. So over time, they start to really thin out and wear your clothes. So I bet on a sunny day, you like me are hanging all of your clothes out to dry. I bet that you turn the tap off when brushing your teeth. On average, a running tap uses 6 litres of water every minute. If you are leaving your tap on when you're brushing your teeth, you can use 12 litres of water just by brushing your teeth. The impacts of climate change are having a big impact on water and the scarcity of it. Water is being held less in soil, in snow and ice, which means that we're running out of water at the hottest time of the year, which is obviously going to impact everyone worldwide. So doing those little bits that we can just by turning the tap off when we're brushing our teeth, we're already making a big impact to the amount of water that we have available to drink. How many of these actions are you already doing? Let me know in the comments. I hope by realizing just how many things you're already doing, that will help to empower you and to make you feel less anxious about the climate. If we all keep making these small changes, there will be an impact. If you enjoyed this, check out my video on things that you need to know before you start your eco journey. Until next time.